Hi, welcome back to this channel. My name is Chinedu, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Okay, so let's proceed. So, on today's topic, we'll be talking about child education and success. Child education and success. So, the first point I'm gonna start with is choosing friends that matters. Okay, what does it mean to choose friends that matters? Some people has friends. What they do basically every each time is to play bets or play video games or visit the pool or maybe go to parties and stuff like that, depending on your preference. Okay, so it's nice having those kind of friends. But in this context, we're talking about child education and success. Friends that has to do with academic success. Okay, and we will digress a little bit by me telling you a story. If you have watched my previous teaching on child's birth and upbringing, you notice that I mentioned about my me and my cousin having a good time reading because I had quest to be a mathematician and succeed in life. So I engaged with my cousin that was very good at it, and it puts me through. Okay, so that's it. So if you go back to my channel, my teaching I taught on childbirth and upbringing, you hear more of how I did it and the outcome of it. Okay, so going back to today's topic on child's education and success, my first topic is gonna be choosing friends that matters. So it's a lesson one on child education and success. Okay, so lesson one, choosing friends that matters. So let's begin with what is friends that matters in terms of academics. Give you an illustration. When I was in secondary school, a lot of things transpassed because if you happen to see yourself in a boarding school, you notice that virtually the 6 years of your life is mostly spent there. Let's say 8 months out of a year is spent on schooling, meeting people that came together to achieve the same aim with you academically. So we spend a lot of time not just to study. We studied our behaviors. Some we are crucial, some we are rude, some we are good, some we are the best. So we came to meet a lot of people. So when I entered my JSS1, it happens that the zeal for me to be the best started with my cousin, and I had to continue. And my mom happens to pay a lot of money to put me there. Okay, so being one of the best school around this environment, so you have to pay a token, a huge token for you to get your children through that school. So we paid, and for me to appreciate what my parents are doing for me, I needed to study hard and pass my exams. Okay, so I was consistent reading, burning midnight candles, and the rest. So I emerged first position. That was in first 10. I was just the best at the moment. So I continued the zeal, and just one, just two. On my just two, they used to have intakes. If they can give you admission on just two and that of SS1. Excluding just one, you can be admitted to my school in JSS2. So in that JSS2, some students entered, and some of them were wise enough to ask Omo, who is the most brilliant student here and stuff like that. Not including me, they have other brilliant students, but some of them thought that I would be the best. One of them actually came to me and was like, Tony, what's up now? Can I be your reading mate? I was like, me, I don't have reading mate too, but the fact that you have the zeal to study and be successful as a student, I will put you through. Okay, so it all started that moment. So we started reading. We read and read and read. The guy, he came to first term, he didn't do well, so he had to make me his friend in the second term. So I agreed. He read with me. Imagine somebody that let's be structural here. Somebody that took 12th position in his first term. Coming back to his second term, he took third position or fourth, just by reading with me. We had the same score in exams, and that was the aim of teamwork, to have the same spirit, to achieve the same goal together. So everything worked out fine for him. So the rest was history. So the benefit of choosing friends that matters. The guy knew that he's not really good in this and he will need to attain those heights. What did he do? He chose friends that matters, friends that can solve problems. Okay, so you might be having friends today, you might be having friends tomorrow, or maybe in the future. What does that friendship defines? What do you stand to gain? There's one popular man, Reverend Chinagoroma. I used to listen to his teachings online. He said, what does friends entail? Friends has to do with what can you offer to me? What can I offer to you? That's friendship. You understand? Anybody that comes to you and was like, I want to learn from you, maybe the person is not giving back to you. It's just out of free will that you want to teach the person, just the way I did. The guy came to me, he wanted to be my teammate, so I would read together. He was not offering me anything in return. But it just out of love and free will, I was like, okay, come, I can accommodate you, let's read together and be successful, okay? So those friends are there. But true friendship entails giving back to the person and then receiving from the person. That's what friendship entails, okay? That's all about choosing friends. So when it comes to choosing friends, make sure you choose friends that the benefit are mutual. The benefit must be mutual for you to be, so that the two of the people involved, or the multiple people involved, will be happy. Okay, so second one is forming a competitive reading team. Okay, so when I advanced, remember the topic we're talking about is child education and success. When I advanced to JSS 3, there was a lot of competition. They said merging classes. When JS 2 we have 4 classes, JS 1 we have 4 classes, JS 1 3 classes, JS 3 3 classes. So we are merging us. So the academic position was competitive this time around. So it happened that I went outside the box to go and make the seniors my friend. There's one senior I met that time. This senior was a genius. He reads a lot. I was like, senior, I want to be like you. He started teaching me. He was the one that gave me a comprehensive reading timetable. I had one, but my own was not, because in my school they will teach you how to make a reading timetable. But the person was like, he structured everything and it was just good. Okay, so I was so happy to having that senior as my friend. I've forgotten his name. If I see him tomorrow, I'll remember. He was one of the best senior I've encountered in that school. So he gave me everything I needed. I started working towards it. Then I improved. When I became the senior prefect, it happens that in our SS2, they used to allocate prefects to their different location, different hostel block. So they allocated me to hostel A. So the prefects that are in hostel A will form a reading team. Thereby, in the night, we woke up, bring out our lockers outside and read. In another illustration I want to give you, if it happens that you saw me in school during the time I held position in my school, you notice that though the package was limited to only just one student, you notice that I had just one student reading team. I had over 20-something reading teams, 20-something reading persons in one team. So what I do basically is, let me break it down a little bit. I'll pick, it happens that I started with, like, let's say 5 persons, and they were like the ones that they were taking first position, second position, and top position in their different classes in their JSS 1. So others were interested. They were like, how do you do it? Their fellow classmates they are interested, and even their parents were also interested in how I come about. So most of them started asking questions. Who is your senior prefect? They have to introduce me to them. So I engaged all of them. So from 2 persons or so, the number increased to over 20-something students that in my reading team in just one category. 20-something students. So what I do, I make sure I draw timetable for them, allocate their fellow classmates or classmates as mentors to coach them. So if you are in just one, you have a mentor in just one that is coaching you. Just let me take for instance, let me break it further. It's just as if you are taking 11th position in your class, and the person that is taking first, second, third is in my reading team. So what I'll do, I'll locate the third position to coach you, the one that is taking 10. You see, if you at the end of the semester, there's competition. The guy have increased, maybe you now take 7th or something. You see that there is a lot of benefit there. So choosing a competitive reading team is what really matters. So let me gist you a little bit. Do you know that at some point, some of the students in one class, they had the first and second position, we are now dragging position. The two of them are in my reading team. So they were now dragging who is going to be the first. So they had started having issues among themselves. Do you know what I do? If the first person come, I'll go and meet the person. I'll be like, hi, how you doing? What's your issue with this guy? This guy is very tough. Oh. I used to read it, but still I'm not passing after the whole lot of exercises and the first position stuff. So they were eager to pass each other. So what I do, if one person comes in, I'll side the person and I'll be like, do this thing, you pass the other person. If the other person come and complain the same thing that the previous person complain, I'll go and side the other person. I'll be like, okay. So I made it to be competitive. Do you know, if one exam score comes out, one person will be like 60 over 60, the other person will be 59. The competition was close, you see. So that's building a competitive friend. So why going out as a child, as a children, you listening to me, parents, tell your child or your spouse to engage on competitive teams while studying in school. Okay, it will make the child to have a lot of competition and attain whatever position you as a parent have sent the kids to do. So make sure you engage them on those things. No child is a dull child. I've seen it. Even me, I'm a typical example. No child is a. When I was in nursery school, I used to take. There's some position I would take. I use when I come back with my report card, I use my hand and tear all of them into pieces. Not to allow my parents to see it. You can imagine. Not to allow my parents, because if they see, they'll beat me. Even at that, after 10, they'll still beat me on top. I'll still go collect the original report card from the teacher and see what I scored. So no child likes failure. So for you to bridge that gap, you have to engage in competitive reading team as a student. Okay. So the third one is exposing your kid to revolution and possibilities. Let me break this thing down. When I went to my uncle's house in Onitsha and I was like, I saw his kid, they are watching cartoon. I was like, uncle, this is not it. Me personally, I'll not treat my child that way. Yeah, the man was like, okay, explain further. I'll tell you that these children are whiling away their time watching cartoons. Why can't you buy a computer for them? Let them start Microsoft Word typing. Start with the eldest one, the Ada. Buy a system for them. If the Ada learn how to operate the laptop, you teach the younger ones. Thereby, if you have any paperwork that you want to do in your house as a person, you don't need to go and waste your money outside typing. You can give one of your child or type this thing on my laptop and send it to my email, so I'll go and print it. Do you understand? Thereby, these children will be exposed to revolution possibilities. When I was still a child, when I was studying in this primary school, I was not exposed to those things. That's why I want to bridge that gap to my children. I don't want those things to happen to them. I want on time. When they come back from secondary school, do that their break time, some midterm break, long vacation. I'll enroll you to a computer related courses, so that you start from the one that you have the ability to do. You start there and start doing something for yourself, okay? Thereby you grow. At the end of just one, when we enter just, if you come back from midterm break and long vacation, I will enroll you to another thing that is not the what you did previously. Then at the end of the 6 years in school, in boarding school or in day school or whatsoever, you notice that child have 6 different things that he or she can achieve in life. Even without going to university, the child can make good money and start building his or herself. Thereby, they will not be dependent on parents. Daddy, I need money. I need 1,000. Something that you can do for yourself. Do you know, at some point when I finished secondary school, I went to my parents' side to start. I was like, Mom, please, what can I do? I need to do something. I was eager to do something, but there was nothing for me because the foundation was not laid very, very well. So as a parent, as a child, don't make that mistake. Learn to start building on time. Check the whites. I'm not saying that the whites are better than all, but those things are being put into the system. You see a little child of 13 is doing wonders. Okay, then secondly, as a parent, please make sure that your children have unlimited power supply. Lighting, having consis ten t light in your house will make the child to be open to researches. Okay, then secondly, if thirdly, if you are a parent and you have a big house, bring out one room whereby those children, it will serve as a reading room, research room, where they can play with their computers, do a lot of things, amazing stuffs, read their book on quiet time, and be a better person. Okay, so that's it for exposing your kids to revolution and possibilities. So if you have any question in this thing I said, or you want me to guide your child to do wonders while in his academic session, send me a message on WhatsApp 081 142 55673. I repeat, 081 142 55673. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your loved ones that somebody have a lot of things to tell them, things that they never knew, things that was limitation to his own era, that he doesn't want your child to fall a victim. Tell them to watch my video. Okay, so at the end, we all blessed. Peace and love. Thank you.